Hello, educational technology students. This is Dr. Brewer, and it is week 7. So we go to our module page and we scroll down past module 6 to module 7. Now, the module is titled EEE Framework for Design Extension because that is the focus of this week's collaborative project. You are wrapping up your EEE Evaluation Tools minor project number 2. This week also has overlap with the beginning of the first major project. I give you the assignment guide and I give you the assignment video this week as an overlap to begin thinking about and thinking forward to project-based learning and web quests in the classroom. So we begin by clicking on the overview for Module 7, and you'll want to read through this. You'll note I'm again sharing the major assignment due dates and weekly schedule again, just to make sure we're all on the same page. Please read the overview and the objectives. Here is your checklist. And we click Next. The major assignments dates handout is right here, as well as the suggested weekly schedule. You all have seen this before, but just in case, there's a reminder. We move along to the first major project. This is the PBL web quest. This is the assignment. So you can kind of take a look and get an idea of what is coming down the pipe next week. The Prezi link, of course, is next. You'll want to complete the Prezi. And the Prezi here begins week 7, Learning Inquiry. And you'll note you have 2 videos to watch and 2 sets of questions to answer here at the beginning. Of course, you're listening and watching my weekly video. There is a message from our Tools CEO for this final week. Please make sure you watch that for instructions. This week for the Prezi, I want you to create a Google document. And I want you to share that Google Doc with me at udcbrewer@gmail.com. All of the questions in this week's Prezi will be answered in that Google document. You're going to share that with me, and that is how we will communicate back and forth one-on-one for the rest of this major project. Watch this video on PBL and then reflect. What are the affordances and what are the issues of project and problem-based learning? I want you to think about, have you had any experience with PBL in the classroom? Please explain PBL in your own words. What have you experienced with project-based or problem-based learning in the classroom? What are the affordances? What are the issues? Do you have any experience? Next, you'll watch a video about a web quests by Bernie Dodge. It's an interview with Bernie Dodge, the inventor, the creator of web quests. And I ask you again, do you have any experience with web quests? Please explain web quests in your own words and answer these 2 questions. What are the affordances and what are the issues? What are the benefits and what are the drawbacks of web quests in the classroom? Many of you might think you've completed a web quest. What you're going to find is what you completed was a scavenger hunt. Web quests are not scavenger hunts. Many of you probably had teachers assign you a web quest which had you go to different websites, read paragraphs, write down answers, and then submit a worksheet. That's not a web quest, that's a scavenger hunt. That is not what this project is. By next week, you should come up with some conceptual ideas for your PBL web quest. I want you, after you've completed the video for PBL and the video for web quests, you need to go look at your standards, whatever grade level that is, whatever content that is. I want you to look into your standards, and I want to think about other courses where you may have developed lessons, and I want you to talk to your peers and your teachers, and I want you to see if you can identify content that is ready to be turned into a project-based learning experience or a problem-based learning experience. Try and come up with 1 or 2 ideas. And I want you to include those on the same Google document. You cannot begin working on this major project until I've engaged with you and I've approved your content that you're going to turn into a PBL web quest. The focus here is that we can take content standards and grade level standards and we can open them up for inquiry learning in our classrooms. Go to the rest of the learning module, so we return to the Canvas. We move beyond the Prezi to our weekly readings. You have 2 web articles to read for this week's First Word, Last Word post. And again, those instructions are repeated on the First Word, Last Word discussion post area. Please, by Wednesday, have your first posted quotes complete. Respond to 2 of your peers on Thursday and Friday, and then by Sunday, go back, read what your peers have said to you, and then write your summative final word post. Your individual assignment is again, one more time, a Padlet link. You will click on that Padlet link. There will be a different prompt for you to complete about extension in the classroom. Please complete that. And lastly, of course, continue working on your collaborative minor project 2, evaluating web tools using the EEE framework. Here's the memo with the instructions. Here are your options for using when you want to create your infographic for extension in the classroom. Make sure you have your website complete by Sunday night and submitted to me on the discussion board right here. Please submit the public URL for your tool's website for your group. Whoever's in charge, whoever has the public URL, please make sure that gets posted. Just one of you needs to post it. And here's your checklist. Have you completed the Prezi questions in the Google Doc? Have you completed the First Word, Last Word post? Have you completed your weekly assignment? Have you completed your collaboration, the Minor Project 2 tools assignment? If you've done all that, you're good to go. Everybody have a great week. Email me with any questions that you have, and I'll be in touch.